Good day. Well, I'm starting out a little differently today. Instead of getting up and parking my butt in the chair, I got up and had a little protein shake and got right out walking. Came out to my favorite place today for a country walk. A couple vehicles here. Of course, as soon as I pull up, another lady pulls up with her dogs, but they're long gone. And there's another truck there too, so who knows where people are. Not going to be a lot of people though. It's 13, 14 degrees. Partly cloudy. I even donned a jacket today. We'll see how long I need it for though. As soon as I get huffing and puffing, the jacket might just come off. Well, it looks like the wheat is wheating. Doing its thing. And we've had a fair amount of rain lately, which is good for me. I know I've said a million times, don't like the hot weather, so having it kind of gray and gloomy and cool is right up my alley. So let's get a few steps in early this morning, early being 8:30, and see how far we get. Catching up to the lady with her dogs already. Thought I gave him a good head start. I doused myself with bug spray just in case. So if I do take my jacket off, I'm protected, but haven't seen or heard a buzz of a bug yet, so that's good. Kind of partly cloudy today. It's supposed to only be a high of about 20 degrees, which is perfect as far as I'm concerned. Middle of next week and forward, supposed to be in the mid-20s, so kind of a normal average year. I thought this early I'd be able to avoid the planes, but they're still coming in. You can hear one coming up behind me now. It appears that wind would not be a factor on their takeoffs and landings, so this seems to be their normal flight path for landings, is heading southeast there. Still a little mucky out from the rains. My in-laws said that yesterday early in the morning they had a huge thunderstorm over their head. Actually shook them out of their beds, they said, or bed. They still sleep in the same bed. Even after 59 years. And yeah, my wife and I were none the wiser. Now they're 5 kilometers away from us, so maybe 5 kilometers is all the difference in hearing that, but we did not hear a thing. And normally I'm pretty sensitive to that kind of thing, especially a big booming thunderstorm, so it obviously didn't pass over our house. Either that or I was that much dead asleep. I don't know. Didn't realize how wiry these parts of the wheat were. You look at it at a distance, it looks like it's just nice and fluffy. Looks like some, what would that be, like wild barley in there? Gotta get in there with the DDT, whatever that banned substance was for. Was that for bugs or for killing weeds? I can't remember. Starting to get hot already. I don't think I walked at all last week. Shame on me. I think I did one walk early in the week that I didn't record downtown Edmonton. Yeah, it's just been one of those weeks where I've been lazy. Like Thursday, I cleaned out my truck and washed it on the outside, so you know that burned a few calories. I'm not sure using chores as a model for exercise is the right thing to do, but I knew I sweat like a dog, so I'm sure my heart rate was up. Yesterday, we went to the rockin' town of Falher. My wife's aunt and uncle and cousins live up there, and we like to try and get up there once a year for the sake of my father-in-law. It's his sister, and my mother-in-law. Basically, they would go up on their own, but they like to have company when they're driving up that far. It's about a 4.5-hour drive. So we went up there for lunch. So no walking yesterday either. Nice, peaceful wheat field. Just sitting there minding its own business. Getting ready to feed the world. Catching up to that lady with her dogs, so let's just check on the bees. That's what Falher is famous for, is their great big bee in the center of town. I think these purple flowers the bees love. Don't see any on it right now, but ooh, a lot more hives here. Pretty quiet early in the morning. They're not doing much. You can hear the hum of them, but not a lot of activity right now. Cool. And they gave us some nice jars of creamed honey from Peace River while we were in Falher. That was nice of them. Lady with the dogs is heading back the other way, so other than whoever has that other truck, I think I'm out here alone for now. So no tripping and falling. Got to dodge the soft stuff here. Still a little muddy. That's why I decided to put on some bug spray. A murder of crows. Or are they ravens? Still want to say for the size of them, they're ravens. Could be crows, who knows? Gotta be cautious when they're excited like this. Sometimes they're chasing another animal. Either that or they're just training their babies. Should I be comforted by that? Or frightened? I think I said before, ever since I saw the movie The Birds as a kid, I do not really like birds. Well, they still keep the grass cut down here to a certain level, managing the brush around here. Just trying to get closer to the river, see what it's doing today. One guess, which river is this? Yes, the North Saskatchewan. She's pretty brown, which is kind of typical. Devon campground down there, still pretty quiet this time of day. I'm not sure about fires right now. I don't think we're in a fire ban. I don't smell anyone having a campfire going though. And then there's that offshoot creek that comes in off the river and then flows to the picnic area that I get to. A little hazy today. Don't know if that's morning moisture or smoke. Who knows? I'm practicing for retirement today by getting up and just getting out and walking right away so that it doesn't consume my whole day. I think that's one of the keys they say in retirement is developing those new daily routines. Sure, there's going to be times when you're traveling or, you know, doing things, but there's still the everyday. And the key is to stay healthy. So that's what I'm trying to do. So if you want to stay healthy with me, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share. There you go. There's my prostitutional message for the day. I think I mentioned before, this used to be an oil battery that they cleaned up. Used to walk through there and you would see pipelines dripping and stuff. I mean, they were in kind of a containment basin, but glad to see they cleaned it all up. It's weird how oil is always discovered near your major bodies of water. I know they need the water for part of their processes, but it's unfortunate that you got to put industry next to rivers. Just heading down the hill here, which, other than my knees, this is the easy part. It's always the coming back again. That's okay. Yeah, I was thinking about, and I'd mentioned it before to people, that they're so shocked that you would drive 4 hours for a 3-hour lunch with family and then drive home again. Because 30, 40 years ago, you wouldn't even think of doing that. That was a weekend affair. You had to make sure the car was all prepped and you're all packed for an overnight stay and all that. And now it's like just almost jump in your vehicle and go. I'm sure you need to properly maintain it, but in general, vehicles are a lot more reliable and roads are so much better that to do a 4-hour day or 8-hour day driving is a lot less stressful than it used to be. When I worked at the other company I worked for, I went to Calgary every week for a day trip. I would leave at 6:30 in the morning, get down there 9:30, work for 6 hours, and then drive home. The good thing was they gave me a company vehicle, so there was no worry about having to use my own vehicle for that. And, you know, save money on overnight stays and just wasted time, really. So I was happy with that. Lots of little animal poopies on the road. A lot more than I've seen all summer, so they must be scrounging around for all the berries that are coming out right now. Peace and quiet. Something messing around in the trees though. Let's keep moving. Then a plane comes along and ruins my peace and tranquility. What are you gonna do? I'm filming this video in 4K. Not sure if I mentioned that already. So if it doesn't come out, that means that my computer could not handle the size of the files for editing. I'm due to buy a new computer. Of course, Microsoft, in all of their greatness, came out with an operating system that is not downwards compatible with a lot of computers, so they're pushing you to go to replace it. I mean, I need to anyways. Mine's probably 7 years old already, but that's frustrating when they try and scare you into buying new hardware because, oh, your old system won't be supported and there won't be any patching. Well, give me the money. Where's the rebate for you forcing me to buy new hardware to support your operating system? Mundane man's rant for today. Didn't really need the hat, sunglasses, or jacket. By the time I got moving, that jacket came off. But hat and sunglasses are always good. I have a cataract, I guess, starting to grow in one eye that I'll have to deal with at some point. But the more you can keep your eyes protected from UV rays, the better. I've been debating on getting those glasses that do the auto tint thing, but it seems 50-50 on people who like them and people who don't. My wife loves them, and I mean, she wears sunglasses too, so you're always, but with those auto tint you're always protected, I guess, to some degree. But walking into a interior space, everything's dark. I don't know if they've improved the technology where the tinting reduces quicker, but I don't know. Be nice to have the cataract operation and I don't have to wear glasses anymore. That'd be the first time in, I don't know, 40 years? 50 years. Trying to underage myself. Nobody doing a little stealth camping in here today. Let's do our typical creek inspection. Somebody moved these logs around. I always come down here expecting to find somebody, and so far I haven't. I think it's a little fuller than it was. There is still that gravel area down there. But right now it's actually moving, so the river must be a little bit higher and dumping in here a bit. Keep the cool weather coming, man. Because apparently I have such control over the weather. nobody here again. Yet someone's hacking at the tree. Sounds pretty hollow. What's in the garbage? Somebody had some beverages. Well, why don't we just sit and meditate while everything is so calm? The squirrel is not happy that I'm existing here today. Boy, they make a lot of noise for such a little animal. Well, time to move along. Better bring my hat and my phone. That would make me Dummy of the Year. Well, let's head on up the hill and make our way back to my truck. I want to make sure I get my traditional Saturday morning breakfast in at Ricky's All Day Diner. Good food at okay prices. Not a sponsor. Just doing a simple walk this morning. Sometimes I take the path towards the hill that leads up to the old golf course. Today I'm not into that. I'm barely started up this hill and I'm already huffing and puffing. On the airplane front, I'll have to say traffic is quite light this time of day. I think 3 planes went overhead. Noontime and I'm gonna say mid-afternoon, like 4 o'clock are the busy times. Been lots of runoff along here, so the road is starting to erode. Almost there. Oh, doggy. She is humid today. And when you add that with body heat, it's gross. Everything I'm wearing is sticking to me. You wouldn't think so at 14, 15 degrees. I'm just a sweater though. Not the wool kind you put on like a cardigan. I sweat. So far no bugs buzzing around me, so either my bug spray is working or it's too chilly for them to be out. Wimpy ass bugs. But let's not wish that upon us. So I post these videos on TikTok as well. Yet I gotta take out the background music because it said the music is playing too long. I pay for the music, so there's no copyright issue. What is this crap about it being too long? I guess they only want 60-second snippets of music, but they're pushing for long-form videos like YouTube. So I got an email from them that you qualify for a 30% discount to get your video boosted up and you can get more views. Or paltry $8 you can get 2,250 more views on that video. Plus you can get a 30% discount. So I thought, okay, what the heck, for $5 I'll give it a shot. And I think it was my last video that I selected for that. And sure enough, I paid for it, and within 24 hours I had, instead of my usual 100 views, I had 2,300 views, so that it worked. So it worked, I mean. But I looked at the view time, and it was like the estimated, or the average view time was like 1 second. Like, sure, he amped up my views, but there's certainly no engagement there, or actual watching of the videos. And I don't know if they're just using a vast number of dummy accounts that they do to bolster your views, but it's not making my TikTok channel any more popular. Plus, investing in TikTok as far as advertising or boosting your views does nothing in Canada, because we can't be monetized for that yet. They say they want to monetize long form videos, but I think people are still looking for 30-second dance videos with boobies shaking around. Not an honest guy just out walking for a 30-minute video. Come on, TikTok, do better. Come on, male watchers, do better as well. Okay, this is way too reminiscent of the Birds. Alfred Hitchcock, you bastard. Sullied my positive opinion of birds. And the reason I say do better men is, why else would there be so many videos of women shaking their booties and their boobies if it weren't for men watching them? And I'll admit, it does open my eyes a little bit, but as soon as you stall on one, the next thing you know, the algorithm is all boobies and bums. Until the next car video or farming video comes on. Then I can change up the algorithm a bit. I do like these early morning walks, but I'm not sure if I've established. But I'm lazy, and I love to just get up and have my hot water and then a cup of coffee and sit and watch useless videos on YouTube or TikTok or whatever other platform. Getting healthier seems to be all about just kicking yourself in the ass and moving. Jesus. Need some of those magic pills that'll just eat the weight away. More wild Saskatoons. They grow everywhere. One of my wife's cousins picked some Saskatoons up near Grand Prairie, and they were the size of blueberries. Around here, they just seem to be pea-sized. Is that police plane following me again? Not many people golfing out there today. A little early yet maybe for them. Nice picturesque location. After I had my eye exam last week, I figured, well, let's just look at LensCrafter for new frames. And they all kind of look the same. I like the rectangular shape. And pair I zeroed in on, I went, oh, those are nice. I think I could wear them. Yeah, they look okay on my face. $650 for the frames. That's without the lenses. And I thought, that is bloody insane. Why? It does have, I don't know, Prada or something on the side of it, but still. It's not like they're some kind of huge fashion statement. I usually buy glasses that kind of blend in with my face because I don't think I have the personality that could, you know, allow for wild and wacky glasses. But 650 bucks. Now, we have benefits. So, you know, 90% of it's paid, but still. Now you're just slapping the insurance companies around with these high costs. I think it's all some kind of conspiracy though. High costs for the insurance company, the increased premiums for the people paying for it. These vendors for eyeglasses just jack up the price to an unreasonable level. So I decided to check Costco out, and again, style-wise, they didn't really have anything I liked, but anything they had was definitely half the price. But you got to go with what you feel comfortable with, and from a looks and feel perspective. So you just end up taking it in the rear end and paying the money. Because when we're retired, there ain't much benefits other than you have to pay, you know, your own personal plan instead of a group plan through work. And just another thing that pinches your pocket. Did I say wild barley earlier? Maybe that's wild oats. Again, not a farmer. I've made that perfectly obvious. All the stalks at the bottom are kind of yellow. Is that normal? Or is it getting too much water now? You farmers are never happy. The infamous stairs that I'm not going to take today. Maybe tomorrow. Downhill stretch back to my vehicle. Only done 7,500 steps so far. That don't seem like much. It'll be a 6-kilometer walk by the time I get back to the truck, I think. Again, we're out here, aren't we? We're doing the thing. I think I'll slow down a bit. Might be making her dog a little nervous. He looks friendly, but just don't want to ruin their zen either. I must say, other than the plains, peace and quiet quota was on point. 10 out of 10. I must get up earlier and get out. Well, our last little climb to the truck. There's our gate. Let's get to the truck, see how we did. Okay, that was 8,100 steps and just shy of 6 kilometers. So some elevation change going up and down those hills and stuff. So it was a good day, nice and peaceful on an early morning walk. And I'm going to endeavor to do more of this. Until the next one.